All right, we're here. We're here. Happy Sunday. Just putting my headset on. Actually, my IMs. And then we'll get the party started. How you guys doing today? Happy Sunday, man. Oh, my stream deck's not working. Please work. Come on, stream deck. Bang. Okay. We got a stream deck working. Stream deck working, but not switching. What's going on? Oh, no. There. It switched. It switched. Perfect. Yo, happy Sunday, guys. Hope everybody's doing okay. Just a little bit further away from me. Right there. That should be good. But yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. We're going to be checking out the new season for the new upcoming season update for Marvel Rivals, so it should be fun. Discord pop up in the front. Why is the sponsor showing up in the back? Let's fix that. Oh, I know why. Okay, let me see if I can fix that real quick. Okay, should be good now. But yeah, it should be a fun time today. We're gonna go over all the nerfs, all the buffs as well that are coming for season 2.5. So we'll actually probably start off by reviewing all those changes and then actually going into the early access and taking a look at not only Ultron but all the upcoming changes as well to everything that's happening. So first things first, we'll review on the website itself what's happening together. There we go. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get my stream deck to work and it's not working. You know, technical difficulties. Will it work here? Bang. We got it working. Okay, perfect. All right, so I want to go over a couple of things. Let me load the music that are coming up. So if you guys haven't kept up with the update from Marvel Rivals, they did send this out a couple of days ago. We got new content coming our way. This update, it's gonna hit, I believe, on Thursday. Where's the date for this? Event duration is gonna be happening on the 30th. And usually that's when the actual update for the season will start. So Friday Friday, we have a new season event coming up, and it should be in line with the new update. Man, we should be ranking up today just to see if we can get any further than Diamond, because I think we're in Diamond right now. So maybe I'll ask Woozy and Bree if they want to like rank up today as well, just because I haven't really like ranked up this season. A lot of stuff has happened this season. But you know what? Summer's here, and the 2.5 season, we're gonna be grinding and hopefully hitting Celestial. That should be the goal for us on the next upcoming update. So first things first, let's go over what's happening. We got a new hero invading Marvel rivals. Let me get a cough drop. I don't want to cough on you guys today. Went out yesterday with the family. We had a surprise visit from my wife's side of the family. They came from Miami, and then we went out to dinner and everything last night. We had some good steak, and then I had wine, and I shouldn't have had wine just because of my cough situation. So I feel like I'm gonna be coughing quite a bit today too, but hopefully that's not the case. But I got my cough drops ready just in case, you know, we start getting one of those attacks. Anyways, Ultron's here. We will be showcasing him very shortly. And honestly, giving my feedback and opinion on the characters. You guys know how I do. I don't let myself go by what people are telling me in regards to a character. I like to give my own perspective on it and whether or not this character might end up being a good addition to the game. The cool thing is, I feel like the Marvel Rivals teams, if they see that, you know, it was a hit or a miss on a certain characters, they usually like tackle that like as soon as possible. They did that with Human Torch. Human Torch was an underwhelming release. Like, he wasn't as good initially on release. He got buffed. Now he's like probably one of the bigger menaces in the game, which is also why he's gotten a nerf. And we'll cover that right now today. We got an all new map. We got a new convoy map, so not another domination map coming our way. We got Hellfire Gala Oracle, so that should be fun. We should go to the AI. I don't know if the map's available yet, but we'll take a look, because if it's there, we'll browse through it too and see what it looks like. And then we got the season event coming up, Zero Database 2, which I'll showcase here very shortly. And then we're gonna have Twitch drops kicking off for season 2.5 here on the 30th. So next Friday, I'll try to see if I can make it a nice lengthy stream for you guys. We got some new additions and adjustment coming our way. We got the mood system, which is gonna be an icon right next to the nameplate, letting everyone know your current vibe. In fact, I probably should be reading this and showcasing this in game so you guys can actually like see all these changes. Let's do that. The vibe thing is something you can literally pick up here. You guys will see now the new emote face right here, so you can unlock these emotes and showcase them right next to your name. Actually, I think it's a cool, nice little cool addition. Let people know your mood. If you've been suffering in some ranked games, you're probably going to be seeing this one quite a bit, the Galacta one. There's also Jeff as well right now. And I believe they're just in kanji right now. So I don't know if that's something that once it comes out in global release this week, we'll actually see like all the nameplates. But it's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section if you guys are on YouTube. And, you know, we'll go from there as far as the feedback. We also have... aside from that, what is it? New emoji system, mood system. We kind of mentioned that, but actually this is the emoji system. So where's the mood system? Is that not the same thing? I believe that that's the same thing. Unless it's something that you can do over here. No, that should be the same thing. I don't know why they have it actually like separated. Oh wait, no, it's right there. I missed it. Here's the mood. You click on this and then here's the mood. Yeah, no, same thing. I don't know. Here's the emojis. I guess it goes hand in hand. But I don't really see friends. Yeah, I don't really see anything different from that. So I don't know why it's here twice. We have a new recommendation feature in the team lobby as well. So recommendations, I guess, will be here. Not sure how that works. We'll see. Hero selection wheel now displays Lord avatars. So if we go to the practice range, we should be able to see Lord characters as well. Welcome
to the training ground. I'm Galacta, and I'm gonna guide you through the functions of each area.
Oh, I was like, why is she talking to me? I know for a fact, like, I've done this multiple times. It shouldn't be talking to me. But clearly we're not gonna see Lords here because this is my early access account. But from here, you should be able to see your Lord characters. I'm sure like the picture itself for the frame itself. So that'll be cool. But that's what they mean by showcasing Lord characters in the frame. Here's Ultron as well. Let's see what else is coming in. We've got the new layout of information on nameplates for better clarity and style. So the nameplates themselves will be showcased a little bit differently. We can take a look. Again, I don't know, just seeing the base nameplate what's different. But apparently it's a clearer look on it. So that's gonna be interesting. New career system now supports showcasing more costume content and stats as well. So in the career section, it's right here, we have more custom content and stats. So what stats do you guys think we'll be able to see here? Competitive, conquest, dual match, unless it's over here. Maybe more hits over here. Oh, critical hit rate, cosmic clutter KOs, and karmic revivals. Is that like specific to the character? Bassies and KOs. I think these blue ones are new. ADS, critical hit rate, electro plasma explosion currency. So I really think that this is just like pertaining the character itself, and it might be a new thing that's been added because it's in blue. I don't remember seeing this anywhere. Light explosion, terror cape accuracy over here too as well. Yeah, I think this is the new stats that they're talking about being included in the career section. New rank rewards are in. You get a new shiny costume for reaching gold with Ultron. It's a new golden Ultron. So let's take a look at that. Again, here's the new one. Ooh, it looks kind of nice. I kind of dig golden Ultron. Now, I don't know why Emma's still showing. Maybe because Emma, we haven't collected her yet. She's still showing here right next to Ultron. But there's Ultron in gold. So all you got to do is hit golden at least. If you hit gold, you will be getting the gold skin for Ultron. It looks pretty sick. I like actually the blue and gold look for it. So pretty cool. There's a new honor badge for Grandmaster Celestial, Eternity, and Top 500. So we will see those as well. And it's that them right there. So like this kind of crests are going to be different. So here's the Grandmaster. You got kind of like a silver looking crest for Grandmaster. There's a blue one for Celestial. So this is how they're going to be showcased now going forward. There's the Eternity one. Eternity and One Above All look fairly similar. Oh yeah, it literally says Eternity and One Above All crest. So if you reach Eternity, or it doesn't matter if you reach One Above All, because the crest is going to look exactly the same. The top 500 reward though is going to be the one that looks a little bit different. We got the red and gold look for it. So that's kind of insane. I mean, if you're going to be grinding this game like that, you might end up reaching top 500 if you're really good at the game too at the same time. So like for you to get top 500, you have to be both good and play quite a bit. I think sometimes, you know, not so good players can still sneak into Celestial and Grandmasters for sure, but Eternity and One Above All is kind of like what separate, in my opinion, the men from the kids, men from the boys. So we'll see. We got new in-store costumes for Groot, Ultron, and then the new mod icons, the Chibi Jeff bundle, so you can buy those things in store. So I guess that Jeff one that I showcased, we might be getting the Galacta as part of the update, right? But I think the Jeff is gonna be the one that you end up having to buy on your own. So here's the new skins that are coming to the game. It's Extron and Groot, the X-Guard Groot. So let's take a look into them. What they look like. Pretty sick. I actually like the golden and red combination. They did this for Scarlet Witch too, and I thought it was a nice combination. It looks really good on Ultron as well. So that's Ultron. Here's Groot. Our boy Groot got a nerf this season. We'll see if it affects him tremendously, and we don't see him getting banned as often. We don't know yet, but this one's actually kind of sick. Reminds me a little bit of the Christmas looking Groot, but this almost looks like it's the Infinity Stones like on him, right? Almost looks like it. We got all of those. Groot has been reconnected, fragment 10 realms, and transformed into the new Extra Cell. So Odin's beard, here he is. He looks sick. I really enjoy the skin on him. I think, and I like all the detail on top as well. So there's that one. And it's an original skin for Marvel Rivals. We got the MVP animation for Ultron. Very nice. Here's a new emote. That's the Professor X, right? Cerebro? Was that Cerebro? That looks like Cerebro. Are we getting Professor X soon? Is that what that means? Here's Ultron. Here's the Ultron. And then here's the spray. Cool. The rainbow. Look at the rainbow emote. Very nice. Here's the MVP for Groot. Very cool. Here's the nameplate. Okay, so the nameplate for Groot is animated. This one wasn't. So the one that's gonna come out animated is the one for Groot. And then here's the Groot spray. So that's what's coming for us this season. As you guys can see, there's a new tab in the store for Mood, and this is where the bundle's gonna kick in. So it's only 400, and if you guys want to, customize your emotions with Jeff instead, well, you get to spend 400 units for it, which 400 units come out pretty fast, I feel like, in this game, as long as you're playing this game frequently. Any new skins outside of those? I'm not 100% sure. I know we're getting like the new ones as part of like the new challenge that we have to complete, which is this right over here. So if you complete all these challenges, you're gonna get the new Hawkeye skin, the binary arrow skin. Same thing that we just did in order to get the Wolverine skin. We would be doing that for Hawkeye here. We just have to complete all the missions for the battle pass. And then where is it? Let me see if I see it. There is the combat chest right here. So this one, you have to purchase the premium one in order to get these two right here, but you get the Magneto binary sword skin, and then you get the ultimate Wind Rider storm skin, and then just the free one that you end up getting with this is the one for Mr. Fantastic. So you get the Future Foundation skin. There's a new emote, Make It Rain. Let's open it up just to see them all. Make It Rain. Pretty sick. We're gonna be making it rain. Oh my god, she doesn't stop. She's definitely making it rain. This is so wild. What's up, Breezy? Happy Sunday. So then that's the one that you get here. You get that ultimate Wind Rider spray. This says coming soon, so I don't know 100% what that is.
The ultimate storm has arrived.
Ooh, you guys like the new Storm skin? I like that the hair is kind of like braided too, to be honest, because like probably let his hitbox on this.
Look good.
Not sure how that will work, but here's the nameplate for it, and then of course here's the skin. Here's the costume for it. The number 2 of the combat chest, you get this free spray. Here's the MVP for Storm. Very nice. And then yeah, it is Cerebro. So Cerebro. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. Harmony Duets emotes. So you get the emote now for the ability technically that you gain by teaming up with Emma. Pretty sick. And then here's the free mood bundle for Galactica. So you're gonna get this for free just as part of the combat chest. You'll have 39 days to complete this, so it should be fairly easy for everybody to achieve. Here comes the free stuff. This is the one for Mr. Fantastic. If it's a advanced, you have to purchase the premium in order to get it. That's a nice emote. Here's the spray. Here's the MVP. We are the future. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, and then of course, here's the skin. He looks badass. I actually enjoy this one. So, first appearance for this was in Fantastic Four 2011. So this was in the comic books, and it was like one of the versions of Fantastic Four. Because of course, there's always different storylines in Fantastic Four. Here's a combat chest for Magneto. I don't know what you guys think. It's kind of like a fusion with Ultron here. Pretty sick. He has the Ultron virus. Here's the spray. Oh, for Magneto, you actually get the animated card. So that's nice. And then here's a basic emoji bundle. So not only do you get Galactica, but you get the basic one as well for free. Oh, man. Ripping off Ultron's head. Magneto is not playing around. Very sick. Wait, let me see that emote again. Which emote? Sorry. I've been going through quite a few emotes. The Magneto one? With the sword? Or were you saying for the previous, for Mr. Fantastic? Here's Mr. Fantastic. Do it again. You can see how it changes colors? It goes from white to black. I wonder if after he does the emote, like technically you can run in the match with the color change, or if it reverts back to it being white. Oh, look, you just do the emote and it just changes it right back again to white. That's actually pretty sick. Is that the first time they do an emote that will change the color of the outfit? See? Now majority of it is black. So that's actually pretty sick. And then I think this is the end of the combat chest. This is everything that you guys get out of the combat chest. I think it's pretty sick. Very cool stuff. All right, and I covered the combat chest, tournament rooms, and custom games. We've added a new room name and password copy functions, so now you can copy it as well. I'm sure that you can send information down through like over here and be able to copy and paste it. They added a new host-only mode permission setting, allowing this for the host that they can range the player spots. So in that case, you know how right now you can join to a team and you can just click join on the top. There's a host only mode where like only the host can move people around. So that's pretty cool. For matches launch in the tournament rooms, the host now has immediately end match option as well in the escape menu. So now the host can also end the match for whatever reason on their own account. Spectator system added a new toggle option for spectator special visual effects. You can now control the visibility of character outlines, health bars, and names in the spectator setting. Free cam spectator view now includes collision toggle. When enabled, the camera obeys collision rules and won't clip through scene geometry. For PC only, there's an all new performance test now feature live. Access it through the display settings. Run a stress test on your GPU, CPU, and other hardware to quickly identify any bottlenecks that you may have. So technically all you have to do is you go here, you go into your settings, and then you go into the display, and it should be here right at the top. You guys see it? It says run. We will simulate a multiplayer game scenario to evaluate the performance and current settings. Actually, why don't we do this just to see? I don't know if this is something we can do right now, but let's test it out. It even says right here what I have as my specs, so that's pretty sick. Start the test just to see what it does. But I think based on whatever results you're getting, you might want to like change it up, right? All right, so here we go. It's running the test on its own. FPS right now on average 155. Minimum 113, maximum 192. I wonder for how long the test will run through. Oh, I think it's just going through all the segments in order to do this test. Okay. Now, this isn't maximized or anything. Like, I haven't done any display settings because this is only the early access. So I'm sure if I were to test it on my current settings, it might show different FPS, because I know I get more FPS on my main account than what I'm getting here. I think it's because it's set to quality settings right now. 75 MS. Okay, so right now it's telling me that it's very smooth averages of 150 FPS. 1% lower on FPS, only a 92, and it just happened apparently 1% out of the whole test, so that's really good. Average frame generation time is 7, delay 75. It's on the green, which means it's really good settings that we have based on our current equipment, right? Past reports, so you can continue to see, like, if you make any changes, you can see if you improved or you made it worse, right? So I do have the lattice, so I can buy those skins in the store technically. So you guys want to see this equipped? We'll be able to see it together. Last time I forgot that technically they give you this for the test server, so I can just like use it in game, right? All of this, equip. That's equipped. Equip that too. Bam. All right, so we equipped all the newness too. If there's another thing, the mood, I guess we can equip that so you guys can see it too. I mean, we won't be keeping any of these settings because this isn't going to be our main account, right? But yeah, just so you guys can see what it looks like. Here it is. And then we're getting punched to the face over and over again. That's what we're letting our friends know when we queue into a match. But yeah, that's what that looks like. What else? For console, in a pre-match hero selection screen, the cursor now benefits from enhancing snapping effects. Now this function must be manually activated. And then there's fixes and optimization for all platforms as well. In general, there's an issue where pressing shortcut keys for sprays and emotes didn't work. So now that's something that's getting fixed. Maps and modes fixed several terrain issues that could cause characters to sometimes become stuck or clip into strange areas. In fact, for our tournament, one of the clips that we added to our content creation, like contesting, it was Bruce getting stuck with a cloak and dagger in a section of the map that shouldn't have been. So let me see if I find it here real quick. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick.
14 teams entered the Marvel Rivals tournament, but only 6
Watch the
victory the world has ever
This was also submitted.
All right, let's start at the beginning.
Nice.
Unfortunately, we didn't win for the content, but I think it's such a cool clip for our team.
Nice,
Shout out to Reaper for putting it together.
Oh, they have a Punisher.
That's not me.
Oh,
Yeah, that is the other Luna. To counterattack my ult.
But see, something like this, when the map ended up like putting itself back together, he went to a section of the map he shouldn't have been on. That was like a ceiling part. So like that's what I mean. That kind of section is gonna be, or those kind of issues shouldn't be happening with this update anymore. Imagine the terror of that cloak and dagger as the whole scenery starts readjusting, and then he's enclosed. That cloak and dagger is enclosed with a banner. He's not winning that fight, right? And then here's some changes to some of our heroes as well. Let me go into them real quick. So those are the main changes. Now let's take a look into all the hero balances and adjustments. Here we go. All right, so here's all the changes that are coming in. We can test any of these out in the practice range. So if you guys want to see them, let me know. But Captain America is taking a slight hit to his survivability and ultimate frequency. Now, adjusting the base health from 600 to 575. So he's now gonna be starting with 575, increasing the delay of the shield recovery from 2 seconds to 4 seconds after unleashing Living Legend. So that's a decent delay, 2 second difference for sure. Increasing the energy cost of Freedom Charge. So now his ultimate, it goes from being earned in 2800 to now 3100. So kind of similar to what they did to a lot of the nerfs for our strategies in game. Doctor Strange is going to receive a slight boost in damage. I think the nerf that he just received recently, they kind of like realized like that he needed a little bit of help on that department. Adjusting the damage fall off of daggers of the Narc from starting at 10 mil are now being reduced to reducing to 62.5% at 20 m to starting at 10 m and then reducing them to 80% at 20 m. Removing the range damage fall off of Maelstrom of Madness 2 as well. So they removed the range damage fall off of Maelstrom of Damage. Emma Frost is going to see a change to Emma as well. The range is increasing for but her defenses and diamond form damage are taking a hit. So when you are going into diamond form, you're not going to be hitting as hard with it. Increasing the range of the poles from 15.5 meters to 18 meters. Interesting. We'll have to see. So I think that's the basic, if I'm not mistaken, which the basic really feels like very short range. So that should be fun. Decreasing the shield value of Mind's Aegis from 500 to 400. Nice. Increase the cooldown of the Carbon Crush from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. Okay. Decreasing the hit damage of Crystal Kick from 50 to 40. So again, diamond form taking a hit here. And then decreasing the extra damage dealt when propelling the enemies into the wall from 100 to 90. So even like the bounce back, with the kick that you end up doing for the damage is also going to go down. I wonder if it's still going to end up being like a one kill combo. So we'll have to take a look in the practice setting with Emma and see if that happens. We got some Groot changes as well. We got some Magneto, Thor, Hawkeye, Hela, Human Torch, Iron Fist, Iron Man, and more. Silex, Squirrel Girl, and we're gonna go through all of these in the practice range right now. But first things first, let's start with the showcase for Ultron. Let's see what our boy Ultron does here, and then we can, after Ultron, we can start with, I think, Emma. We'll look at Emma first, or actually, yeah, because I think the changes to Captain America and Doctor Strange are kind of minimal, but I do want to see if that range really does did increase for the basic for Emma. So let's take a looky at Ultron. This is my first time getting Ultron and seeing what he's all about. Oh, I gotta change the settings. Keyboard. Let's not make that 4. Let's make that 0.65. 0.65. Better? A little bit better? Alright. So this is his basic movement. Of course, he can fly, and you don't have to press a button to fly. So he's just like Johnny. All you have to do is just move around. Here's what his abilities look like. So we got his basic. His left click is Encephalo Ray, unleashing a burning energy beam. We got the team up ability, which is going to be with Iron Man. Iron Man uses nanotechnology to upgrade Ultron's arsenal, enhancing his ray to nano ray. So his basic is going to be enhanced if he's paired up with Iron Man. Okay, so technically Iron Man's the one that's enabling the basic damage for Ultron to be increased. Ultron fires an unstoppable nano ray straight ahead that pierces through all characters, so it has piercing damage, delivering massive damage to enemies while simultaneously restoring health to allies. So having that team up with Ultron seems kind of like essential because his basic does not heal teammates on its own. But if you pair him with Iron Man, you will see that it will restore health to allies. So something to keep in mind with him is if you're going to be using Ultron, Iron Man might have to be a mainstay on the team composition if you want to gain some health outside of that. Because having a strategist that's not constantly like healing the team with his basic attack might be a little tough on the team comp, unless he's the third strategist being added. He's a 2-star difficulty, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to like gauge his main abilities. It's just how we end up using him and strategize the usage of Ultron, right? So we have the ultimate, which is Rage of Ultron, summoning Ultron drones to fire and follow rays, damaging enemies or healing or healing allies. So you can pretty much use this to heal your team or to cause a lot of damage. We'll take a look at it right now. We got dynamic flight, which is accelerated state of flying. So right now, this is the speed of Ultron, but if you press shift, it's a nice little boost initially, and then yeah, you're definitely moving quicker for this 2 to 3 seconds, but it's actually not that much. So that boost is nice, right? You're trying to like use this as an escape and you do move quicker, but I will say it's not like you're zooming through the map. You should still be an easy target here for like a Hela or something to keep up with. Like, it's nothing crazy, in my opinion, after the boost itself. We got imperative patch, command a giant drone to follow an ally, constantly healing that ally with its radius. So that's his E ability with more healing for designated ally. It's almost like having the Luna effect with the flower, right? But this drone is actually constantly doing the healing. So, something similar how with Luna you get that reduced damage, right? But in this case, he's actually healing an ally. So it's gonna follow an ally. Maybe a tank might be the best choice, just because like you can do whatever you have to around the map, but your tank's constantly getting healed with that drone. The imperative firewall, summoning drones to grant bonus health to allies within range, centered on himself and the allied marked imperative patch. So that's the right click right there. It's a firewall. So this summons drones to grant bonus health to allies. So it's almost like, again, not necessarily healing, but just adding bonus health to allies. Let's take a look at all of the abilities. So again, the basic right here does not heal, right? It's only going to heal if you have the team up with Iron Man. So we'll have to go into the team up section for it. That was the basic. Here it is. You guys see it increased from 250 to 325. So you get an additional 75% health. No, not 75%, just 75 health. Again, I'm gonna do it one more time. Here's the wall. So from 250, you go up to 325. And the cooldown was how much? 9 seconds? Was it 9 seconds? Let me do it again. That actually take a look. Alright, we're gonna actuate it in 10 seconds. Okay, so 10 seconds cooldown on it. You're gonna want to be doing this consistently, because if you're not providing healing to your team, then you definitely want them to have an additional 75%. Like right now, you see it on the bot too. They got that extra ability. Do they have to be within the range itself, or does everybody get it? That's a good question. I'm gonna do it here on the side. No, he didn't get it. I think if they're like right in front of you, it'll work. Let's take a look. Nope, nothing happens. Or do you have to leave it long press? Let's see how far. Maybe I have to leave it long press so that they all get it. Let's take a look. Any? No, I think it's just that ring. I think it's as long as they're in the ring, because there's a small ring, right? So I have to do this around my teammates. We have to be pretty close knit together in order for this to activate. Let's see. Ready? So when they come back. Yeah, okay, so it gives it to them if they are in the ring. It's not the actual, like, I thought you had to project it towards your teammates, kind of like a cloak and dagger bail. But no, it's just they have to just be within the circle. The circle's kind of like small though, in my opinion. You have to be like hugging each other for this to really work. You see? Like, what do you guys think? That's not a lot of range on that ability. I think that needs to increase, in my opinion. Because you have to be so specific and communicate with your team in order to actually use this. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that ability might end up getting a buff in the future, because it feels like it doesn't have a wide range for it to work. They all got it. You guys saw the animation there. Yeah, I don't know. The radius of that might increase. Again, here's the shift ability. You get to fly for 8 seconds, a little bit quicker too. Right? There's that. And then the E ability is this. So you put a drone on them, they're constantly getting healed. I'm trying to see how long the drone lasts. The drone is, I guess you have to shoot it. How long does it last? Or you can just move it from one to the next. Because look, there's no cooldown to this, so you can constantly be healing your teammates. This kind of reminds me of the Invisible Woman ability, because except I don't know if it's something that you can shoot and destroy. You get what I'm saying? Because technically with IW, the right click, you can just like put it on from one team to another, just change targets, constantly keep healing them. But it doesn't seem like this drone is getting destroyed. And there's no cooldown to this. So you can constantly heal your teams, whoever is needing it, by pressing E. So there's that to keep in mind. Alright, and then we're gonna do the ultimate against enemies, and then we'll do it for our team, because technically you can do healing. What do you guys think about the ultimate? Is it underwhelming? I feel like that's a little bit underwhelming, to be honest with you. I'll do it again. And then I'm just testing the range. You have to be pretty specific with your attack. You have to be able to aim pretty good with it. I don't know. You might want to use it to heal more than anything. But I'm not sure how I feel about the ultimate. How many in one ultimate, how many times can you do? So that's, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically you can go up to 5
Double kill.
5 charges in each ultimate. Doing it one more time. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the ultimate. And in a healing frenzy manner, again, you have to aim it. I think that the ultimate from Ultron is a little bit underwhelming. They might have to buff the damage, because like, did it just take a full-on barrage to kill someone? Full health? Let's try it again. Full health. You can't even get a full kill on a single barrage of attacks. You won't get a full kill. Interesting. I don't know. I think on paper he was sounding a lot stronger than what it actually is once you see it, but I think they could end up doing some buffs to his overall damage with his ultimate, because right now not a full barrage is not gonna get a kill. You have to get probably 2 in. Let's try out the team up with Iron Man. Let's test it out. Alright, so... Oh, wait. Let's see if you guys notice if the healing is happening with the basic here. I don't see the healing though. Oh, because you can technically heal your teammates with it. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Hold on, let's see it again. I thought it was something that if you were causing damage on your enemy, that it would heal, but no. Alright, we're gonna do it again. So aside from the drone, right? Because you can put your drone. With my drone, which also the healing from the drone, it's a little bit underwhelming. But here we go. See ability? It does last a while, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, you have to aim it at the teammate too. Yeah, you're not killing anyone with that. In my opinion, like a tank's gonna like survive through all of that.
Everybody needs a little Stark assist.
Go, my children.
That's your best bet to heal your team, and even then, like the drone, it's like it kind of heals over time, but very minimal healing. Very minimal healing. Wait, but if you're in the drone's vicinity, you guys see this? Anybody that's within the drone's, it's also getting healed. Even if you put it here, he's also getting healed. So it's not just that individual teammate. It's anybody that's around that teammate. So that's something to note. That maybe it's not an abundance of healing, but there is a range for anybody. As long as you're within the ring, you're also getting healed. Two, three barrages of not even a like how much health did he have? Probably half a health bar. You're not killing a tank with that ultimate. You might use it more in a defensive matter, the ultimate, in my opinion. So like right now, I give it to him, and if I'm getting hit, let me get in front of him. I'm also getting healed, see? Just for being in the ring. So you give it to a teammate, and you get the heals from it too as well. So as long as you're in this vicinity, I'm gonna do some blocking. Here's the basic too from Ultron. So there's that. The healing from the C ability is kind of key here with him. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think. What do you guys think? I think the ultimate's a little bit underwhelming. I think you're gonna end up using the ultimate to heal more than anything. Like, I don't know how much damage I'm actually like wanting to inflict with Ultron. That aspect. Also, having only 6 blades for the basic is interesting because that's not a lot of damage. Okay. Ultron. Let's give them that so they can heal. See? The only good thing is that you can do both damage and healing at the same time. Very specific range though, as well, to the ability.
Double KO.
I'm just trying to see if this bounces back, like bounces onto the target. It kind of doesn't.
That's 3.
You have to hit around the target quite a bit. Yeah.
Wow, 4 in a row.
You have to be very specific with your shot.
Amazing.
It's can though. It's not projectile. So there's that. See? And the range of the basic is pretty far. Doesn't matter where you are, it seems. Let's do it from over here. Yeah. And it seems like it's providing the same kind of damage. It doesn't matter from what range you're doing it. So it could be pretty far, and it's still like there's no damage drop off to the basic teams. You guys see that? So it's 3 full bursts from whatever range.
Double KO.
You know, with certain characters like Psylocke, the further you are, it feels like they're not hitting. With him, it's not the same. 1, 2, and then on the third one, you get the kill. So 3 full bursts. I will say the reload animation at least is quick. Now E ability, how close do you have to be for E to be a thing? You have to be close. You have to be pretty close for E to work. The healing itself, let's see. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you see a counter around the ring itself as to when it's gonna die. So even though there's no timer anywhere around the actual for the team up, around the actual crosshairs, you'll see how much longer you have of the ability to be used. See, right now we know we can heal for this much longer. It's gonna run out around the 3, 2, 1 right there. So I kind of like that because you could see it around your target when it's gonna end versus the timer itself. I do like that. Very nice.
Double kill.
Alright, drone over here. Yeah. Alright. When it comes to Ultron, Iron Man is a must. But even then, is there enough value in having that C ability? Because it does have a major cooldown. It's 20, right? Like, this is something that it's great when you have it. I almost feel like this shouldn't be a team up. I feel like this should be something that should be added to his regular kit. 25-second cooldown is kind of insane though for that ability too. I don't know. I think right now the initial kit for him on paper was great. I think after testing it out, it's a little bit underwhelmed.
Wow, 4 in a row.
The drone healing isn't anything like substantial. Like this, if you're getting attacked, it's very minimal. It's almost like complementary to a regular strategy's heal. So just something to keep in mind. And you're gonna have to use him kind of like a... He's just a blend between Iron Man. Except this is like the Unibim, but being able to heal. So his ability is like having a Unibim with Iron Man, but you can heal your teammates too. And again, you kind of like want to sit here so you can gain some health yourself as well. So it's just interesting. Very interesting. You see what's happening here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about... I don't know how I feel about this. Is Ultron not that strong? Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry, YouTube. For whatever reason, I'm just now seeing your comments. It wasn't showing up in the multi-feed because I'm streaming also to Twitch. And this is only early access. Yeah, you guys will be able to use Ultron later on this week when 2.5 has officially been released. If you guys want to see something though in particular, definitely let me know. I will be running through some of the other changes as well. But yeah, I would say underwhelming. Underwhelming. I expected more from Ultron on release, just because on paper he seemed like he was gonna be diabolical to run as a strategist. So basic doesn't heal, as you guys can see. You can't really like stack it either. Like there's a break. How long is that break between you shoot again? Like around a 2-second delay between the next 1, 2, 1, 2, and a target can get away from you in that matter. So his attack is supplemental. The same thing with his healing is supplemental. His C ability is great, but large cooldown, 30-second cooldown on this bad boy. There's a 30-second cooldown on this bad boy. And then he only has 8-second on increased speed shift ability, but you're also not going very quickly. Like it's not like Iron Man, right? Iron Man, his ability goes a lot faster than this. If I switch to Iron Man, his shift ability, you can definitely get around the map so much quicker. Yeah. So just, you know, for comparison purposes, this is Iron Man, and then this is Ultron. Nice, like quick dash to start it off with, but you're going very slow. You're definitely gonna be wanting to keep your range, and kind of hang in the back line with Ultron. I don't see him being used in any other matter than like a backline character. His damage is a little bit underwhelming because that's 3 full bursts with like time to kill with Ultron might be one of the slower time to kills that we have in game right now. And then again, if you're gonna activate your right click ability, it has to be between teammates in order for them to gain it too as well. So there's the added health. I got 325. It starts diminishing pretty quickly too. But you can move your drone. Your drone ability does not have a cooldown. Does not have a cooldown. And then you have to be extremely accurate with this thing, but it also, 1 burst is not killing anyone. You have to do 3 bursts, which is pretty much, in my opinion, isn't that the same thing as your basic almost?
Wow, 4 in a row.
So your basic and your ultimate almost kill at the same like time rate. Here we go. 1, 2 bursts. Here we go. Ultimate. And you don't have to press the button. 3 bursts. So it's the same. You gave the same damage from the ultimate, in my opinion. That's kind of wild. Again, basic, right? 1, 2 full bursts. With the ultimate, let's wait for it to come back. Ultimate. 1. Yeah, you literally can't kill at the same rate. You kill at the same rate as you do with your basic. Now, maybe it's just because it's splash damage. Let's see. Yeah, it has a little bit of splash damage. They were both getting hit at that point. But outside of that, it kills at the same rate as your basic. See? The splash damage. So as long as you're hitting that bubble, you're within that bubble range, you're getting splash damage on any opposing enemies. But you're killing at the same rate as your basic. Like, you don't get splash damage with using the basic. That's the only benefit of it. The same thing for the healing. Again, healing wise, so you want to put it as, like, you know, in a little bubble around your team so they're both getting healed. Yeah. There you go. So it does have splash damage. There's that, but it's underwhelming damage for the ultimate, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, chat. If there's anything else that you guys want to see about Ultron, let me know. But that pretty much covers his kit. My first impressions is that I don't know that he surpasses any of the other strategists and what they bring to the table. In my opinion, I still think, like, you know, you're better off having a Cloak and Dagger and a Luna. If you're having an Iron Man in your team, then maybe you bring him for the team up, because his C ability is pretty good. But there's a 30-second cooldown to the C ability, so. I think, honestly, like, had they made his C ability or his team up ability something that's part of his regular kit with that kind of cooldown and being able to heal in a different manner than the drones, then Ultron makes more sense. So I don't know that he's gonna initially be hitting the meta for that reason and that reason alone. Like, it's very minimal healing with him because you do add this extra health by doing this. You guys see it? They get that extra 75 health bar, and then there's the drone usage, but it's very minimal healing. Like, don't expect an Ultron to surpassing healing in a match when you have a Luna, Cloak and Dagger, I mean a Rocket. Like, they're probably gonna end up healing twice as much as an Ultron is in any team comp that you might see. Okay, so just bear that in mind when you're running with Ultron. You're almost, if you want to bring him as a supplementary healer, as a third healer, and somebody that's bringing the damage, then I would understand. But even then, his damage is like, what is his TTK? Let's take a look. Let's go to a Luna. Let's see what his TTK looks like. Ready? 1, 2, 3. About 3 seconds. to kill him. And you have to land every single shot too. Like,
That's 3.
let's see
Before we had powers, we had each
when you're
other.
cloak and dagger.
That bond was unbreakable.
1, 2, 3. It's pretty much the same TTK as like a cloak and dagger.
Double kill. That's 3.
But the thing about it is like it's a lot easier to aim in with like a cloak and dagger, right? Let's see, a Luna. 1, 2. Yeah, that felt faster. 1. Again, about 2 seconds, you probably kill with Luna. 1, 2. Yeah, like 2.5. A little bit quicker with Luna. And then of course the clapathons.
Double kill.
So I don't know. Ultra's kind of trash, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of agree with you and slightly disappointed, but then again, you know, this doesn't mean that he won't get a buff soon. Luna about to go crazy. I think so too. We're gonna check out all these characters, the nerfs and buffs, but for Ultron, his movement is very slow, even when he's in shift mode. This is as fast as he goes, chat. Very underwhelming. His basic only does damage, and again, nothing crazy when it comes to the damage. The fact that he's kind of like on par with like a cloak and dagger when you're supposed to be the more damage-oriented strategist is kind of insane. I thought he would have hit a little bit harder, right? Like Mantis is gonna melt somebody compared to.
People often mistake empathy.
Look at that. Look at that.
Double kill.
Like Mantis is still queen DPS. Well, and Jeff too.
That's 3.
So it's kind of crazy. I don't know. The drones, subpar healing, but there's no cooldown. There is no cooldown to them, and then as long as you're within the bubble, you gain that. And then added health. As long as they're within the ring, you get that extra 75 health. What do you guys think, chat? Hatches go bird. To be fair, he can be far away from the fight. Yeah, and I did mention that there's no damage drop off on his basic. Out of all the characters, he still hits in the same. He's still hitting very hard. But you don't want to be too far because look how close you have to be to ride a bot. You have to be this close. What's that? Like 20 meters? So even though like technically you could be far away from the fight and hit at the same. The damage hits the same way, right? Look at that. 1, 2, and then in 3.
Double kill.
So you don't lose. No damage drop off. Doesn't matter from what range you hit with him. Super far from the fight. You can use him in that like sniper aspect, I guess, to try and finish up some characters. And he's hit scan, so it's easier to hit your shots with him. But
That's amazing.
you really take yourself out of the fight. And look how long it takes. Like, I'm supposedly going fast here, but it's very underwhelming speed. Alright. So you could drop the drone, you could do your left click ability and then kind of like gain some space with him. Try and do like damage behind the team on the back line from range. But you have to like land all your shots too. That's, I don't know.
That's 3.
And again, his C ability is good, but 30-second cooldown on it, it's interesting.
Wow, 4 in a row.
You can be so far away and still heal. Look, I'm gonna do the team up. One more time. Alright, you guys want to see how far I can heal from?
We will soon be under attack. Advance, Stark.
Still healing from this range. It's like unlimited range actually for the heals. That's definitely more than 40 meters. In fact, we could like test that for sure down here. Actually, we can't because the team up. Is the team up gonna like last down here if I activate it? Probably not, right? I think the team might disappear.
3, 2, 1.
All right, at the 20-meter range. Is there a way I can place them all the way back there, 60 meters? That has to be. Parameters. Yeah. Let's go all the way to the 60. All right. Let's start it again.
5,
All right.
4,
60 meters.
3,
Healing.
2,
It should heal because I just tried it a little bit ago and like that was definitely more than 60 meters. But you're doing the damage from all the way over there. Again, it almost doesn't matter for what range you're. It's unlimited range on this thing. Definitely unlimited range. Look, I'm going beyond 60. Yeah, like he has unlimited range. Oh, I can't see. Oh, I can't. So he doesn't have like that unlimited range. You could be really, really far away from the fight, and he's still hitting. Again, splash damage with the ultimate. That's really the only difference on this versus the actual basic, because it's the same amount of damage. It's just you have splash damage because of the other bots being pulled. And here's the speed. Ultron. Okay. All right, chat. Again, a little bit underwhelming for Ultron. He does have some aspects of his kits that I do like. And if you guys like the skin, this is the skin that you guys can buy for the season. So I think the skin itself is pretty good. But I do think this is not gonna be final form Ultron. I think at some point he's gonna end up getting a buff because his healing is supplemental at best.
double KO.
And you have to combine it so much here in order to like be effective with him. Good thing is though, his basic has like a limited range. Same thing for his C ability. Once you have the team up, you can heal from so far. So there's that. Unlimited range with him. You can definitely use him in the back line. I would say if he's gonna get some sort of usage on release, initially is gonna be as a third healer, as a third strategist. I would not see a team comp of only 2 strategists, Ultron being one of them, surviving too long, just because you get tons of more healing from other characters in this game. Like you're if it's like a Cloak and Dagger Ultron combination, Cloak and Dagger is gonna have to pop off. But if it's like a and you're going with your Ultron and a Cloak and Dagger versus I don't know like a Cloak and Dagger Luna combination, the other 2 are definitely gonna be out healing you quite a bit initially. So yeah, I don't know if the cooldown for the team up ability should be less, because right now 30 is kind of insane for something that you need in order to like fully heal someone directly right outside of the bots. You have that, you can have that initially happening. But something might need to change or increase the damage so that you can use him more, kind of like a Jeff type where you're bringing him more for the damage. The healing is just like supplemental. Or increase the range of the ult too, because you have to be so specific here with the splash damage. I think the damage that's provided by the ultimate, the splash damage is like even less than that of a Squirrel Girl. I think you get more splash damage with Squirrel Girl, like a larger range than you do with an Ultron. So yeah, initial impressions underwhelming with him, but I don't think this is gonna be final form Ultron. I think we will see a different Ultron at some point once they adjust him a little bit more and they make him a little bit stronger. Same thing that they did for a Torch. Now we wanted to check out Emma too, right? We wanted to see Emma and see if the range of the basic increased a little bit more. It was very short range. She's gotten both buffs and nerfs on this particular season update. So before you had to be somewhere around this range for the basic to hit. Still hitting, but let's go a little bit further back. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? Is this further? All right. It's hitting around this range.
Double KO.
I think it's very minimal. I think this was already pretty much where you... Yeah, the telepathic pulse. That's the one that the range got increased. It went from 15.5 meters to 18 meters. So it's only 2.5 increase. So maybe before it would start hitting around here, it just increased by a little bit more. Like right here is where it hits.
That's 3.
I'm not even hitting from there. That guy. And then the kick damage got decreased too. So going into diamond form.
Gone and already forgotten.
I think that's minimal though. Also going back into diamond form is 15 seconds. Wasn't it 20 before? The cooldown between Carbon Crush is 5 to 6 seconds. So Carbon Crush, this, yeah, 6 seconds. Before it was 5. So that got nerfed a little bit.
Double KO.
Diamond form again. Grab. Oh, that didn't hit the wall. Try that one more time.
Look who's here. You were beneath me.
Ready? Set.
Double
Still
KO.
kills. I mean, going from 100 to 90, I think the squishies are still gonna die. I think if anything, you're gonna see it in like in tanks being less effective, but for the most part, Emma's still Emma.
That's amazing.
I don't think it was drastic changes to Emma.
6 in a row.
She's pretty much the same here. Yep, you still hit on the bounce and you go. Okay.
Look who's here. Your mind is mine. Did you even train for this?
Okay, we'll charge her up.
Mental domination.
And of course that hits a lot quicker of the charge up mechanic.
Mental domination.
Yeah, Emma's still Emma. In my opinion, Emma's still Emma. Alright, they decreased the damage of the Bind Strike for Groot from 70 to 65. They increased the cooldown from 8 seconds to 12 seconds for the Iron Wall, so you can't gain this as often. This is the regular ones, but this one right here, let's see the cooldown for it. They gotta destroy it. I put it there so they could destroy it. Actually, I should have put it. I need to destroy though. Come on, Galactobot, you're taking it apart. You got this. All right, 14 seconds. I mean, 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Before it was only 8 seconds. So now, will that make too much of a difference? I don't know. And then that's the basic from him. 2, 4 hits.
Double KO. That's 3.
Okay. So it went from 70 to 65. Was it 3 hits before to kill a squishy? If so, then I guess that's the difference. You have to hit one more time. But I feel like this is kind of like, you know, I always do this. But it's like a 3 hit when you do it that way. Yo, what's up, Ace? What skin is that? This is what's coming for Groot. This is the early access, friend. So we're checking out. We checked out Ultron already. I might go back to showcasing him in a little bit for those that are coming in a little bit later. But this is the new skin for Groot. We also got a new skin for Ultron. Let me do the Iron Wall here. Actually, let's retrieve it because that was a horrible Iron Wall. I'm gonna put it here. I want you guys to see the cooldown. The cooldown went from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. So we're gonna do it again right here. Wall, getting shot by both of them, and then it's gonna be It's gonna be like 12 seconds. But yeah, this is a Marvel Rivals original skin. It kind of looks like he's rocking like the Infinity Stones because of all the colors, right? But it's an original skin for Groot. It's coming up this season. And then the basic. Again, the basic got reduced from 75 damage to 65 per strike. 2, 1,
Double kill.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
That's
Kill someone.
3.
I love this Groot skin. Like, if I was better with Groot, I'd be rocking him a lot more because I think they killed it.
Double
Not that he's
kill.
very hard to learn, but like, you know, there's definitely better Groots out there. Put this here for the added health.
That's 3.
What else yeah, it's only those two things. Those are the only two changes really to Groot. So Groot's still gonna be Grooting, in my opinion. I feel like that 8 seconds to 12 seconds might make a difference in some scenarios for the most part, but I would say it's minimal nerfs to him, to be honest. Who else? Magneto. Magneto, they increased the charging speed of the rings from 4 stack to 3 stack. So let's take a look at Max. All right.
We should give these humans good reason to hate and fear us after all. Ah, here they are now.
Double
You
kill.
should be ashamed.
Is there gonna be a difference to him? To be honest, again, minimal.
Pitiful.
You know what they need to do? They need to bring back the sword.
Exactly as I expected.
If they don't want to do a Scarlet Witch team up, it's fine. But bring back the sword for Max. I like that.
Fear Magneto!
Wow, 4 in a row.
'Kay.
5. That's amazing.
Thor. What is Thor getting?
Reign supreme.
Adjust hammer throw. Ability to standard ability. Adjust the cooldown. Thor now gains 1 Thor force from each hammer thrown to the enemy, decreasing the throw hit damage from 70 to 45. Whoa. So they did decrease the damage from 70 to 45. Isn't that a huge nerf? I think that's huge. It's not minimal. It's not like it's 5. It went from 70 to 45. And then the return damage from 30 to 20 as well. Yikes. So he's not going to be hitting as much like he typically does. Decreasing the shield value gain from consuming Thor Force also. Adjusting bonus health gain from each Thor Force consumed from 100 to 75. I think Thor got a major nerf. Adjust maximum bonus health from 200 to 150. So he only gains 150 now. This might be a good one for you to test out, Breezy, because you've been using Thor quite a bit, right? So, Thor Force. And then... Do you notice the difference on the damage? Yeah, you saw that minimal increase? Definitely used to be more. Return damage. Thor. Do it again. I actually threw it so short that it didn't do too much.
Double kill. That's 3.
Alright. So that's Thor. They say he got buffed. Not 100% sure it's like that noticeable. That might be something that like a Thor user might notice it more than I do. I never really use Thor, so there's that. What's going on with Hawkeye? Let's take a look at Hawkeye. All right, so what did they do to Hawkeye? They increased the base damage from his arrows from 32 to 34.
I am too good at this.
But you know, if you charge it, of course, it does that.
3.
So just know that if you're hitting, it's hitting for a little bit more.
4 in a row.
Got increased from 32 to 34.
5.
Very minimal though. Not noticeable. Nothing too crazy. They increased the projectile damage of blast arrow from 15 to 16. There's the blast arrow. Okay. Increasing the spell field damage from 32 to 34. So the spell damage that follows it too. We're gonna do that one more time. They also increase the maximum focus from 70 to 75, increasing the charging speed while aiming at an enemy from 100 seconds to 108.
Hack and slash.
Okay.
Was that my arrow?
Double KO.
Being at 100 charge still does that.
Triple shot.
All right, so you got a buff, minimal buff,
Wow, 4 in a row.
but it's a buff nonetheless. So Hawkeye mains,
Way to go.
rejoice.
Unbelievable.
Your Hawkeye is gonna hit a little bit harder this season. Here's Hela. What did they do to Hela? They increased the charge capacity of Night Sword Thorn from 8 to 10. So the basic was 8, now it's 10.
Double KO. That's 3.
So you just get to hit targets for a lot longer, but you have to reload.
5. That's amazing.
A troika. Fight on.
6 in a row. Way to go.
That's really the only change to Hela, guys. She went from 8 to 10. Okay. Human Torch got nerfed. Our boy got nerfed. Flame on, but with less damage and survivability for him. You know, I'm okay with this, to be honest, because he was kind of a menace in ranked matches. Like, doing a little too much. They did not mess with the number of flames, which was kind of like the nerf that I originally heard about with him. It's a little bit different what they did to him. So they reduced the damage of a fire cluster from 7 per hit to 6 per hit. They increased the charge speed also of Blazing Blast from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. So which is this?
They're ahead of us.
That still works. They decreased the shield value gain from Flaming Meteor from 75 to 50. So that's kind of like his biggest nerf. Survivability wise, he's just not going to survive as much. He's going to be easier to take out in here.
Wow.
I will say that.
Don't step on lava.
5. That's amazing. 6 in a row.
Okay.
Way to go.
So that's Torch. That's what they did to him. I still think that he's gonna be used though. I think people that got used to him, they'll end up probably still using him and just be a little bit more strategic when they use him. But I still think that he's gonna be used quite a bit. All right, Iron Fist. What did they do to Iron Fist? Because they've been buffing the crap out of this man, and I wonder if he's finally getting a nerf. They did lower the dragon's defense damage block bonus health conversion rate from 1.5 to 1.3, so he is getting nerfed. They also decreased the maximum bonus health converter from damage blocks from 200 to 175. So it's only going to be 175. They also decreased the dash distance of, okay, his kick. And when there is no target. So if there's a target, it stays the same. It says here that it's only when there is no target. So not having a target with him versus having a target with him. Let's take a looky. So, you know, instead of like trying to...
Who are you?
Versus if there's a target, let's see. And then they also reduced Dragon's defense cooldown reduction from 1.5 to 1 second. You guys notice it being any quicker when there was a target?
Double KO.
So I think these are just mainly tweaks.
Another losing punch.
Again, we're gonna see it right now.
3.
A little bit. Nothing too crazy. I still think that it's come with the same speed on the kick. But if there's no target, it should be slower. All right. Iron Man. Iron Man is seeing a reduction over his blast damage and burst survivability. Time for a new suit upgrade. Remove Iron Man's Gamma Overdrive, so no longer getting the team up with Banner. Now he just gains the team up with the Stark Protocol team up, which I believe with Iron Man, is that not the Ultron team up? So I don't think he gains anything from the team up, but he helps. He helps Ultron.
All I have to do.
Iron Man uses now. It's nice to upgrade Ultron. Yeah. Oh, he also gets a 5% damage boost though. Just by having the team up,
I don't think that's
he's healing for 5% more.
a piece of cake.
Double KO.
The hit from this range. Nope. Probably pretty close to it. Okay, so no more Gamma for him, but he is hitting at 5% more damage. With the team up. Okay. Decrease the projectile damage from the third blast from 50 to 45. So the first two hit at the same rate, but the third blast hits at 45. Decrease the spell field damage from 60 to 55.
Maximum pulse. Both cannons and arguments. Too sweet.
Decrease projectile damage of the third repulsor blast. So this one. So it starts hitting like for less damage over time.
One step closer to saving the world.
Right? Yeah. No, that's from this one. The third one. So everything's on the third. Also reduce armor, overdrive, maximum bonus health from 100 to 50.
That's better. Powering up.
There he goes. So it's only 100.
There's another one down.
You used to get 150 extra health. Only 100 now. Okay. So that's Iron Man in a nutshell. Again, I would say these are just like minor tweaks, like nothing that's like really killing any of the characters. I think Torch, besides the nerf, still gonna be good, just not, again, not as strong as he used to be, but especially in the survivability aspect. Like this flying characters might be dying quicker. It's all, but they're gonna produce similar damage to what they were previously doing. All right, Namor. We gotta look at Namor because I think his turrets got nerfed, right?
You are in the presence
And the
of
team up one in particular. So we'll have to take a look at here. Again, we get Hulk gains 100 plus max health, but then Namor gets the Gamma Monstro. So we'll try it out. It says here that they increase the cooldown of Blessing of the Deep from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. So that's a nerf. They also expanded Horn of Proteus, the ultimate ability. It goes from 3 meters to 3.5. So that's actually a buff to him, to his ultimate. The outer circle radius from 8 meters to 9 meters. So it's going to be a larger whale blast with the ultimate. And then it's also going to be hitting for more on the outer rim of the ultimate. Because, of course, with Namor's ultimate, the center mass of the ultimate is what really hits for more. But they increase the damage. So now you hit for 200 on the outside radius of the circle. So that's really good, like on the outer bands of the circle. They adjusted the monstrous spawn damage follow-up starting at 20 meters, reducing to 30% at 40 meters, and then starting at 20 meters, reducing to 50% at 40 meters. So again, there's going to be damage drop-off. You definitely want to be dropping this monstrous a little bit closer to the targets, because if you're placing them from a far range, they're not going to be as effective. So let's try out the team up.
more foes to
And then
conquer.
we can do it from over here. This is going to be definitely over 20 meters.
Attack them.
Well, it's going to be hitting those. I wanted to hit this, so maybe we do it over here. Let's take a look. All right, ready?
Monsters of the deep.
From over here. That's definitely over 20.
You're most welcome.
Double
Still
KO.
hits for quite an abundance of damage, but you can see it more here. Now,
Attack them.
10-second cooldown on them. How much was the cooldown on the monster ones? Try it again. 20 seconds still? 20
You're
seconds.
most welcome.
Double KO.
I don't know. I don't know that his nerf is horrible.
You never had
I still
a
think that
chance.
they're hitting for a lot. I still think that the Gamma one is hitting for a lot. And then the whale, it's the largest radio. Look at the it's gonna hit all three. I don't think the old one would.
Ganso crushes all.
It's hitting for 3, so it's definitely a wider range on the ult,
Oceans protect me.
like they mentioned. So they increased the size of the ult, and they also increased the damage on the outer bands. We're gonna see it here, because let's see what happens to the 2 in the corner. He's the only one that survived. He was definitely gonna be a death there. Yeah. So his ultimate's gonna be stronger. That's a win.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Typical air breather.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right, Namor's still gonna be very good, in my opinion. Now let's take a look at Psylocke. Oh, Psylocke. Decrease the retrieval damage of the winged shurikens from 14 to 12 per hit. So on the way back from the right click, they hit for less.
Enemy has arrived. What a
Again, it's minimal though, so I don't know that you'll actually notice too much of a difference.
That's 3.
See on the return, it's hitting for less.
Wow, 4 in a row.
But- Doing it one more time. I think that's gonna be very minimal, so nothing too crazy. They decrease the invisibility duration of stealth from 3 to 2 seconds. So now when you do this, not the ultimate, let me get it out of the way.
Double KO. That's 3.
2 seconds. I think that's where you're gonna see a difference. 2 seconds. So yeah, instead of 3 seconds, you have a shorter distance of you going in this on. Let's see if we can even make it to the wall. You guys think we'll make it to the wall?
farewell.
We don't even make it to the wall now. Before, you could definitely make it to the wall. Interesting.
The enemy has arrived.
All right, I think that's the most noticeable change on Psylocke. Not so much the damage on this. Still very similar. It's gonna be this.
Sayonara.
So you will have to be a little bit more strategic with her. You just don't have a kind of like timing on the invisibility anymore, and you'll be using your dash. The dash has stayed the same, but your invis, you're definitely gonna be coming out of invis a lot quicker.
Way to go.
You lose. Step aside.
Okay, that's Psylocke. My girl, Squirrel Girl chat, got a buff. Any Squirrel Girl fans in here? Cause she got a buff. She actually got a decent buff, increasing the capacity of the acorns from 10 to 12. So now we get 12 of these bad boys right here. And then the cool thing is, with her, you can always hit the auto reload and continue. So that's a longer barrage of attacks, which is what you really want to do with her. It's just constantly bringing the pressure. Squirrel Girl means no, it's really fun to put that much pressure on the front line, on the tanks too. Like, she does great at clearing the back line of snipers and healers, but putting this kind of like huge damage on tanks, it's kind of insane with Squirrel Girl. Decreasing the cooldown of Mammal Bond from 12 seconds to 10 seconds too. So Mammal Bond now, which is this.
Take that, you villain.
There's Mammal Bond. Let's see, it should be 10 seconds now. Yep, there it is, 10 seconds. It used to be 12 seconds. So that got decreased. They increased the amount of acorns you can throw on the basic. And they also optimized the user experience of Squirrel Girl Blockade, Tail Bounce, and also Tsunami. Ooh. Oh, I mean, I could tell.
Oh, I just love their little spear.
Let's see the ultimate.
Double KO. That's 3.
The weird thing about the ultimate used to be, see, it's still searching now. It would just like, after the first bounce, it would go for a target, but then it wouldn't go for a target after that sometimes. Unless you pinned it in like areas where you know it's gonna bounce back and forth kind of thing. Like over here, it's gonna hit multiple times. Nope, got sent to, oh, because there's no wall here. Okay, that's on me, but you guys get the point. There was a wall that's gonna return back, so let's do it this way. There's a wall here. There it goes, back to the target, and then it goes for that target. It's gonna be always going towards whatever the closest target is, which the Luna was closer than this one. So yeah, not necessarily more damage on the Acorn, but you go from a clip of 10 to a clip of 12. You also get a more optimized throw. The tail bounce itself feels really, really good. Like, Squirrel Girl's gonna be really, really fun to continue like for me, because I've been using her for so long, but she's gonna be really fun to use. I will say, does the tail bounce not jump as high as it used to though? Let me do something. I feel like you used to jump so high with her. Yeah, I felt like the height got reduced a little bit. That's not something they say here, but I noticed it because Squirrel Girl main, see, barely getting over the top here, and I used to like, man, I used to like probably like jump on top of that almost. I feel like they definitely reduced the jump size on the tail bounce, guys. Am I crazy, or are you guys seeing this? I could probably jump up close to that before. Look at how far I am away from it, actually. I don't know.
They don't look friendly.
And I'm barely getting to the top of this second floor with the tail bounce. So they did reduce that. Yeah, barely getting up here. But I mean, after all the buffs that she got, I guess that's fine. Right click. I feel like that ability got quicker though. I feel like that ability definitely got quicker. The Squirrel Blockade feels quicker. Even if I don't charge it, yeah. Even if I don't charge it, I feel like it's more linear. Like before, I used to throw it and like not even care about charging it, but like now you charge it and it's almost instant. See, notice the difference. I'm gonna charge it here. Ready? I think it makes sense to charge it a lot more now. Oh yeah. Now I don't know that it's staying on for a lot longer, but it's working. Yeah, almost feel like they reduced the tail jump height a little bit, but cool that she got a larger clip, and really fun that they decreased the mammal bond cooldown. Now it's only 10 seconds versus 12 seconds. Stuff like that can definitely make a difference with Squirrel Girl. Sometimes that mammal bond not being available, you know, as soon as you want it to can make a difference. Star-Lord, what did they do to Star-Lord? They increased the energy cost to Galactic Legend. So the ultimate ability got a nerf. Now he can't get his ultimate as fast as he used to. It's going from 3100 to 3400. So that's actually a big nerf to Star-Lord. They extended though the maximum target range from 30 meters to 40 meters. So he's gonna be hitting from further,
From one cosmic disaster to the
but it'll
next.
take longer for you to
Story of my life.
for you to charge with him.
Oh,
So
they
from
do
this
not
range, we're probably hitting. That's definitely like close to 40 meters. So you don't have to be as close with him.
That's three. Wow, 4 in a row.
Oh, thought you had me. Heat elements, jerks. Woo.
All right, so that's really the only change that they did to Star-Lord. Storm increased damage of Omega Hurricane ultimate ability from 150 seconds per second to 160. So that's what's going on with Storm. Outside of that, movement stayed the same. Basics stayed the same.
Lightning strike.
But the ultimate is where you feel it.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Double kill. That's 3.
So
Wow, 4 in a row.
there's that for Storm mains.
Enemy and feel the thunder.
5. That's amazing.
What else is happening now? Punisher. Breezy was telling me Punisher got really buffed because of the removal of the infinite ammo. So let's take a look at this. See what they did to Punisher. Yo, Lemmy, how you doing, Lemmy? Long time no see. Hope you're doing good, Bessie. So they did to him. He's getting a boost to his mid to long range damage and a slight mobility buff during his ultimate. So he's gonna move quicker while he's doing his ultimate. Time to lock and load. Reducing the movement slow rate of Final Judgment ultimate ability from 20% to 10% when not firing. And then from 40% to 30% when firing. Okay. Increase education's magazine size from 30 to 40. So now he's gonna have a larger clip, which you guys can see it here. Was that necessary? I don't know. I feel like at 30 he was fine, but now it's going to, like, I could probably go through a whole clip, kill them, and then still have leftover. Actually, I just got all 3 of them and ended at 0. So there's that. Punisher mains are gonna really love this buff to him. Less time, it's gonna have less time for you to reload. Wow, this is kind of wild. They increased the damage too from 18 to 19, and then they also reduced the spread when firing. So they reduced the spread. But do you even want a turret with him anymore if you have a clip size of 40? Because to me, that was the only reason on a defensive side that I would turret more, is like I wanted to reload less, but now at 40, doesn't matter. Yeah, they definitely buffed Punisher. Now he's really good. Let's take a look at the ultimate, because the ultimate itself, his movement got quicker.
Jury, executioner.
Oh wow. Oh wow. You guys seen what I'm seeing, right? How much quicker was that than his old ulti?
Judge, jury, executioner.
We're in for a treat with Punisher. If Woozy was eating with Punisher, wait till he just sees what they did to this guy. It's noticeable.
Jury, executioner. Got a little run going. Night, Mope. Hostiles up front. That's a full fist.
Nice.
Judge, jury,
Even the movement, because he drastically slowed down prior to the shots when he didn't have an attack, it's quicker. Look, right here. You have to almost like be behind a wall for cover. This is hitting without me even aim. Yeah. The spread is definitely less, so you have to be more accurate with the shots. There's that. More accurate, but larger max size, faster ulti. Punisher's interesting. I didn't see this coming for Punisher because I thought he was already in a good place, but he might be S tier now with this buff to him. It's kind of wild. Jeff's kid gets a fantastic reward, more frontal support and combat ability, but less survivability. They added a new effect to Joyful Splash. Now also deals more damage to enemies at 70 seconds and can heal allies through other allies and enemies. So like piercing. Damage fall off starts at 20 meters, maximum 65. Change Aqua Burst to a charged ability. So Aqua Burst is now a charged ability. You guys know I don't really care too much for Jeff, but let's see this. Now, Aqua Burst is his right click. So you can charge it. See it again? Before it was constant. Now you get 3 of them. And then you have to let it charge back up again. I don't know that you can use them as like a Lucio type anymore because of this change. You only have 3 shots now. See? And then you only get 1 in the charge. That's a really big nerf to Mr. You only get 3 of those. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to use them like a Lucio anymore. Type. So if you like Jeff and you were abusing his right click, just know that this is what's in store for you. I'm waiting for the third one, and it's taking a while for it to charge too. 1. Like it still hits for a lot, but now you have to wait for the charges. You only get 1 more. That's your Jeff. Jeff got drastically nerfed, in my opinion. We'll see. His ultimate ability, Overflow Healing on Swallowed Allies, now grants 45 health per second as bonus health, up to 150. So there's that. They increase the damage reduction received when taking on a critical hit from 50 to 70. They also increased the energy cost of Jeff's ultimate from 4,000 to 45. So now, not only did they make this a charge mechanic, but you're also not gonna ult as quick as you used to. Jeff lovers will still use him, but yeah, there's that. All right, I don't know that I think Jeff required that much nerfing, but yeah, he's gonna be almost like, in my opinion, is he gonna even be usable? I don't know. Luna Snow. We're giving Luna a boost. Her combat prowess, while slightly reducing the frequency of her ultimate ability, increased light and dark ice healing and amount damage to 20 per round, from 20 per round to 22 per round. So she's hitting her far harder. They also added a new effect to Absolute Zero. Now grants 50 bonus health per enemy hit. Oh, nice. Per enemy hit. Very cool. Increase the energy cost of ultimate ability from 45 to 5,000. So that's where the nerf to Luna is. It's gonna take even longer for you to get your ulti with her. But this is hitting for more. I think you can feel it. She's gonna be, since Jeff kind of like got nerfed, well, we see Luna being used more for DPSing. But she's hitting harder. And then is this providing? It is per hit. Look, you guys see it? 250. Okay. Flower.
Be strong together. I put you on double KO. A nice deep freeze.
That's 3. Wow.
Yeah, I think Luna's gonna be really good again. Rocket survivability is taking a tiny hit, blasting off from Ammo Overload and losing that team up. He's also getting the new team up with Penny. So if you guys haven't seen this, I'll showcase it. I'm sure some people have already seen this. Let's switch over to Rocket.
When the
And
chips are down,
let's try out this new team up between Penny and Rocket. Try it out. All right, so the cool thing now is,
Nice working with you, kid.
is what you do. So the rest point that you toss also has protection now. It's gonna be a little bit more challenging to take it out. You have to take it out from range.
I'll patch you up.
And his dashes are reduced, it said. Reduce repair mode, direct hit healing amount from 55 to 60. I mean to 50.
You're ready for edge.
There's that.
Those guys are about to shoot
But
at us.
yeah. So wherever you do toss your rest point at, if you want to do it like right next to a Penny to increase the mines, you can. But just know that it can also be taken out.
Nice working with you, kid.
So I don't know that you want to do it almost like hidden. Like if Penny throws this undercover, you might want to put the rest point somewhat adjacent to it, but also behind, right? So that it's not easily taken out unless somebody's flanking. Pretty cool. But even if you end up deciding to hide it, it's gonna have some nice survivability in that aspect. If like a brawler like type character tries to go and kill the rest point, it's gonna be a nice chilling surprise for them. All right, so the team up abilities. Luna Snow now has a team up with Hawkeye. Luna gains 15% increase in healing effects. Hawkeye now has an ice arrow ability for his team up, and I think he slows down the opponent. It's what he does. So let's check that out. Let's test that out real quick. Trying it out.
I think I was chosen to do some good in the world.
Here we go.
Killing accuracy.
So if you get hit by that, you're getting slowed down. That's the arrow. Luna only gets an increased percentage of healing by the team up, but that's the extra arrow that you get for Hawkeye if you have Luna in your team. All right. What else? The Punisher and the Widow have another team up too. As the team up anchor, Punisher also gains maximum health increase of 25 and a 5% boost on damage. So no, not necessarily a new ability for him because he's the anchor. But Widow gets a new pulse rifle ability through her team up with Punisher. So let's see what that looks like. All right, let's see.
Nice upgrade, Frank. I spy some bad guys.
Double KO!
Target neutralized.
That's 3!
So it continues. Is that the difference?
5!
I'm gonna do it again.
6 in a row! Way to go!
Oh, it continues. You could just leave it pressed. Yeah, you could just leave it pressed, and it's continuous damage on it. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's the team up for Black Widow. And of course, we already saw the Iron Man and Ultron team up, and now Symbiote Shenanigans. Venom and Jeff have a team up now. So Jeff gains the Healing Tendrils ability through his team up with Venom, but Venom as an anchor, he gets increase on his maximum health to 150. So let's take a look at that team up too. By using Jeff here. So let's see what the ability looks like. Here's the ability for him. So you see, he's healing just by being around a teammate. Again, this is charge mechanic, so he loses that. Then tendrils. The range for it. Wow. Okay. Nice range. Has a nice range to it. All right. So that's all the team ups that we have. Let's see. They took out the Jeff Luna. They took out the Punisher Rocket team up. The Hulk Iron Man team up. The Venom Penny team up is no longer there as well. So they've removed all those team ups. Okay. Balance changes. For Atlas Bond, for Iron Fist and Luna, let's see. Decrease the Atlas Bond team up anchor damage boost portions from 15 to 10%. Okay. They also reduced the usage of the team up for Fantastic Four. Now there's a cooldown of 25 seconds, and it used to be 20 seconds for that team up between them. Hulk and Namor increased the gamma cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. To be honest, I thought it was 20 seconds all along, so I actually didn't know that it was 20 seconds. So, but it got moved up to 20 seconds. Mental projection with Emma and Psylocke also has been reduced. Proportion of the damage caused by magnetic resonance and soul resurgence illusions from 30% to 20%. There's that. All right, why don't we do this? Let's take Ultron for a spin in a practice versus AI, I guess. And see potentially how you guys can use Ultron in a match. Just to revisit that a little bit. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hopefully everybody's having a great Sunday. I just want to showcase this for a little bit. And then, to be honest with you guys, I'm probably going to be heading out. I was planning to see if I could stream for a little bit longer. But the other game that I was planning to play, Mystic Mayhem, is not coming out till June 25th. So I thought it was today. It's a month from now. That one we will be playing on release, on global release.
I am beyond my pitiful creator. I am beyond everyone.
Oh, I got an Iron Man. So we'll have the team up here. We have the Iron Man team up.
Fools, do you truly believe you can stop my grand
30 seconds before you attack.
As soon as they're coming into the door, I'll give them that extra healing or extra health.
We got our work cut out
And
God has been invaded yet again. But is
we'll see. The AI already waiting for us. How you doing, Bubby?
Battle starts
Welcome in.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Check out Iron Man. I mean, not Iron Man. Ultron. Here we go.
Help get that vehicle to its
Again, I'm gonna use it here. So see, everybody that was around me just got it. Here's the C ability. I'm hitting my Thor. And here's the shift ability. Again, this doesn't do anything. We're gonna put drones because we're gonna want to be next to them, so we could gain the heals. That's how you heal yourself too, chat. You have to drone somebody, and then just be within the radius so you could gain the heals from it. And then you can move it. There's no cooldowns on it,
I care nothing for the tree.
so I'm gonna give it here to her.
Why would I need healing? Of course you need
So this does both because it's penetrating. It's piercing damage or healing. So when you use the ability,
The vehicle reached
you'll be able to both heal and cause damage to opponents. You almost want to hang around whoever has a drone so you can constantly get healed.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Give it to Iron Man. Giving them the extra heals. And then you guys can see from the range, I get to keep Hulk, cause damage at the same time with that ability. So the team up ability is gonna be super important, in my opinion.
Don't turn back now.
I might die from this, but I'm just testing the range on this. Yeah, the ultimate's a little bit underwhelming though. Oh, need to leave. Good thing I have this.
Keep up the momentum.
Teammate's gonna die. This is early access, my friend. This is what's coming. You will see this in season 2.5 update. So Friday this week, you'll be able to play Ultron. And all the changes that I talked about a little bit ago. Again, we're gonna be here in a circle. Now you guys can see that they gain the extra health. You gain 75 health if you are in the range of Ultron when he's doing his right click ability. The drone can be shifted to anyone, as I'm doing here. Here comes the heals. Move out of the way with the dash. We're gonna use this C ability here shortly. Healing and causing damage. This is his ability team up with Iron Man. See how I got it because I right clicked here. We're gonna give the drone to Hulk. His basic does not heal, so his basic when it's just a regular. And then here we are getting closer to Jeff because we gave him the drone so we could heal. So this is him in a nutshell. This update comes out this week, Bubby. This week you will be able to play Ultron. Everything's coming out on Friday as far as the new content too. So I'll showcase real quick what I mean by that. Yo, Saki Poo, Saki Ultron's coming. So this is everything that's coming out this Friday. We got the new skins, which I already bought so you guys can see them. These two new skins are coming out this week. We're gonna get the mood additions. So now right next to your name, you're gonna be able to add a mood for everybody to be displayed. This is the one that you pay 400 units for, the Jeff one, but you're gonna get this one for free. How's Ultron Buskin? Do you like him? I think the premise of him is good. I think he's gonna require a buff. I don't know that he's gonna be very strong on release. He's a little bit underwhelming on his healing. And his lack of movement, because his escape won't be as fast as Iron Man's, kind of like worries me on his end. And the fact that his basic doesn't heal, it's kind of interesting. You almost need to always use him whenever Iron Man is present. Without Iron Man, I don't know that he's as good. But all these like changes are going to be very, very fun coming into this half of the season for season 2. This is the new skin for Groot as well that I showcased just now. And then there's going to be a new challenge, combat chest. You're going to be getting all of this if you purchase the premium. The premium is going to be 690 lattice, so it's not going to be too expensive. And then you get 2 skins out of it from the premium, but one of them you gain for free no matter what. So you'll be able to see all this stuff for free if you don't end up purchasing the premium. But if you purchase the premium, you get a nice cool skin for Storm. I'm going to showcase real quick the emotes that you get. You get this one from Emma. Make it rain, yo. Make it rain. Here's the emote for Storm. And then here's the MVP animation for Storm. Very sick. Here's Cerebro as well. So you'll get this as a collectible. A nice emote for Psylocke. Harmony duets. Very nice. Kind of to showcase the team of that she now has with Emma. Another new spray. And then this is for free. You're going to be able to have the Galacta emotes if you complete this part of the combat chest. Here comes the free stuff. So the skin itself you gain for free. Now check out this emote because this emote's really cool. I think this is the first time that they do an emote like this where it changes the appearance of a costume. This is what it does. Shifts him from white to black. And vice versa. So if he's black, his outfit's going to change to white. And if it's white, it's going to change to black. How cool is that? Pretty cool emote. And you can do this in the in the middle of a match and he just changes the look of it. I think that's pretty sick. Then here's the nameplate for him, and here's the MVP animation. Super cool. And it just kind of like ends with showcasing all of them. But check out, I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you guys see that? Who was that up there? Who wanted to become a Fantastic Four member in the comic books really early in his career? Spider-Man. So does that mean we're getting that skin in the future, chat? This might be a skin that we're getting in the future for Spider-Man. And then look at what they did with Magneto. This is cool. This is kind of like a Ultron fusion. This is the Ultron virus look for Magneto. Here's the spray. Here's the nameplate. It's animated for Mags. And then another set of mood emotes for you to use for free. The only one that's premium right now is Jeff. So I think that's how they're going to make money out of the mood emotes, is they're going to do character-based ones. Right now, the Galacta and the regular emotes will be free, just to start everything off with. That's amazing. I love that. Yeah, so cool. I like, that's the first time you see a premium, or not a premium, a costume or a skin that changes color once you use an emote on it. It's pretty sick. And then again, here's the look for the binary sword Magneto. Once again, this is an original skin for the game for Mags. So really cool stuff coming our way here very shortly. And in the same manner that we unlocked the Wolverine skin, we're gonna be unlocking the Hawkeye Binary Arrow skin coming out. It's gonna be another fusion, very similar to that of Magneto, but with Hawkeye. So this is gonna be super cool and very easy to do. Like, this is extremely easy to complete for Wolverine. I think as long as you're playing the game, you will be able to unlock the skin that's coming out. So really cool stuff coming our way here very shortly, chat. And you don't have to wait very long for this. This is gonna all happen this week as well. A lot of newness as far as the competitive skin that you're gonna get for this season. You guys know this happens every time there's an update to the season. You're gonna get a new skin based on the new character that's coming out. So we're gonna get Golden Ultron. All you guys gotta do is get to gold tier, and you will be able to unlock a Golden Ultron. They cook hard with this update. 100%. I enjoyed the balances that they did to a lot of the characters. Punisher is still questionable because I don't know why you would increase his regular max size, to be honest, and also increase the speed of his ultimate. Now he really cooks. And you could hear it coming, but it's gonna be a little bit more challenging to react to a Punisher ult because it's a lot quicker. It's definitely a lot quicker. And check this out too, Saki. They also increased or not increased, they changed the crest of honors now by you hitting Grandmaster and up. So now you're gonna see them kind of like cascade on top of your nameplate in this manner. You're gonna see the one for Celestial and then the same one for both Eternity and One Above All. It's kind of like this gold crest. But if you hit top 500, you guys are gonna tell real quick because it's this red and gold. Very nice, really cool stuff as far as cosmetics goes. As far as skins goes, as far as additions being, you know, in the game for this one, you're also gonna see Lord profiles in the wheel itself. So right now it's not gonna showcase because this is my early access account. But if I had a Lord character in here as you're choosing them, you're gonna see them in Lord profile. So any Lord characters that you'll have, you'll be able to see them in the wheel show up in that manner, which I think it'll be easier for you to spot your Lord characters as you're like trying to like search them in here. So overall, I'm very excited for what's coming. Final thoughts on Ultron is I think Ultron has a promising kit. I just think that there's some buffs that might need to take place. I don't know what they're gonna do about his basic because again, his basic is a little bit underwhelming. The cool thing about it is it has unlimited range. I am going to kill this bot from all the way over here. So let's do unlimited range on this guy though, so you can use him almost like sniper type. Look at that. I don't even know how far we are, but we're about to hit the other side of the map and he's still hitting, and no damage reduction either. Like, look how far we are. I don't know if we can go any further than this. And of course you have to hit your shots, right? Which I don't know if I can see it from here because the red bar is like hitting. I don't want to hit that guy all the way back. There it is. So this guy has no damage drop off on the basic and unlimited range. Like it doesn't matter where you are in the map, you are definitely hitting that basic. His healing is where he kind of like takes a nerf in my opinion. It's just nothing crazy exciting. His right click grants an extra 75% health. 75 health. You have to be in the ring in order to gain it. I'm gonna showcase it again real shortly. He moves very slow in the air. This speed is gonna kill him. All right, so we're gonna do E here. So if they're in the ring, you guys can see the blue. I have it. Went up to 325, which is the additional. And then adding the drone, as long as one person has a drone, whoever's within the ring, as you guys can see, this red ring, you're getting healed. I'm getting healed. I'm gonna get some damage put into myself. So there's that. But his basic is a little bit underwhelming. His ultimate is a little bit underwhelming because even though it's splash damage, the range for it is very small. See, like right there, it was hitting both of them. I'm gonna do it one more time and wait till they're both alive. I think right there is gonna hit both of them. You almost kill at the same rate as you would with your basic with them. I'm gonna do one more AI round. You guys can see him kind of like, and almost like give my tips on how he probably will be used. You definitely want to be like your drone. You almost want to give to your backline so you have an escape and heal, too. Giving it to your front line might suck because then you don't have a way to heal yourself. There's no way that you want to put yourself in that predicament with how slow Ultron is. So I think if you're gonna give your drone to somebody, it has to be someone in your back line.
Team to win this one.
I am beyond my pitiful creator. I am beyond everyone.
And then I don't know if I showcase this, but this is the Ultron skin. So this isn't how Ultron typically looks. This is the premium skin that you're gonna get for this season. I really like what they did with the color combination with the gold and red. Very similar to what they did with Scarlet Witch too, recently. So nice skin for Ultron. I can show you guys the regular skin here after this, like Move this so you guys can see Ultron without the skin. But it's a very cool skin. Again, there's no cooldown as to who you're giving your drone placement to. See, there's no cooldown. I gave it to whoever I want. Somebody dies, I can just pass it over to someone else. This is the new map, by the way, too. This is Okada. This is a new map, which is gonna be a payload map. We actually hadn't checked out the map yet. This is what it looks like. So you have that initial dash to try and escape. There's Ultron back there.
3, 2,
And then you only have a little bit longer till you move at that speed, but then it goes to a really slow speed, and you only get 8 seconds cooldown. Alright, so drone back line, right? Wanna be able to protect ourselves. Oh, they have the team up. I don't know how much I love this team up, to be honest with you, but you can both heal like this, or you can do damage too with his ability. You definitely want to use him if you have an Iron Man on your team. But again, this, and then I'm gonna give that to my teammates. The payload is a Groot-like figure, isn't it? Yeah, it's Groot. That's actually pretty sick. That's a payload. It's a small payload though. There's not a lot of coverage around this payload, chat. Again, you can give the drone to anyone, almost like Imbis-like, right? Use the C ability as much as possible. I'm healing. So the C ability itself is great. I almost feel like it shouldn't be a team up. Like it should be a part of his kit, to be honest.
vehicle reached the checkpoint.
See, and then I'm over here trying to heal my Loki, and I can't. No healing for that. Okay, healing him a little bit. Here so I can heal too. See ability. Okay, Loki's dead. I can go over one more time over the team ups. You guys can see the team ups, but this is what we got in store for this upcoming season.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
There's the added health to them. You have to be within the circle range in order for that to activate. I'm gonna showcase here the ultimate very shortly. Alright. They're staggering.
This core is Arako's best hope of survival.
And the cool thing is if there's enemies, they get damaged, but if there's teammates, they get healed at the same time with the ultimate. So they're getting both. You can heal your team, and you can cause damage with that ability, with that ultimate. So this is Ultron in a nutshell. 3k healing. I did say that the healing was gonna feel minimal with him, but it's actually not horrible. That whale hits different. Alright, here we go.
I don't think that's the welcome home charge. Fire!
This is real firepower!
Again, healing and causing damage. Healing, causing damage.
More than just a trickster.
And give it to someone so you can heal. Someone in the back line. Added health. I think he's gonna be good. Again, I think he's gonna be really good in like a 3 healer like team comp too. What do you guys think about the new map, though? Full new map? 3 entrances from that side on the defensive end. Pretty cool.
Another epic victory.
Ultron looks sweet. I can't wait to use Ultron. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think on paper he's great. I think he's gonna end up getting some tweaks at some point to make him more viable, because I do see some deficiencies with him, but I think he's gonna be fun. I think he's gonna be really fun to use. Yeah, what's up, Boozy? I'm back to GM, Papi. Nice, Papa. Congrats. The map looks nice. Plus the mini Groot looks cute. Yeah, that's the smallest payload we have in the game right now. It almost reminds me of that game mode in Call of Duty where you move the one guy that's pushing the wall, and I think in Overwatch it's the same manner. Like there's a payload like that too in Overwatch, if I remember correctly, where it's like an android pushing the wall too for it. So one of the smallest payloads in the game, if not the smallest payload in the game, I feel like. We can go to a custom game just to like see that map a little bit more and create it. Create, confirm, and then let's find the new map. There it is, Oracle. All right, let's put some bots, I guess, or actually we're just gonna, yeah, at least one bot. Autofill. Yes, let's go autofill. But we'll be able to see it right there. I'm trying to get Pandora there too. Nice. Well, you have till Friday, and then Friday we got the new stuff dropping in. If you want to do that. All right. So new map again, chat. This is pretty cool. Wait, who's this guy? Is this Doom? I actually don't know. This one's like throwing me off. Who's that? Is that Doom? Pretty cool. That looks like Doom. But like a Marvel rival skin Doom. Pretty sick. Alright, I think this time we are on the defensive side. This is what it looked like last time. Yep, this is definitely defensive side.
Oh, there's my favorite life-hating robot.
Nice.
And you are my favorite stinking obsolescent flesh bag.
Same team today?
We still have the team up because we got an Iron Man, so you guys will be able to see it. Just checking out this. Here's one of the health region packs. So there's like additional platforms you can jump into.
2, 1.
And then here's where it starts, and then that's the payload for this map. It's a little group. Alright. We're gonna give it to Luna because again we want the drone somewhat closer to us, right? And then here we are gonna give that added health. Kill that penny. Get some cover. And I'm moving that drone over there for now because like technically I don't need it, but I think Emma's gonna use that. So hold that over there. Again, I keep trying to heal with my basic, and it's just not something that he does. You have to have your team up ability. For this one, you can. So if you give your drone to someone nearby, do that. Gonna see the ultimate again. Ultimate does splash damage and splash healing. So if they're all within the vicinity, your teammates are getting healed and your enemies are getting damaged. So that's the benefit of the ultimate. It's not like it's crazy damage, it's that it's doing both. So in the heat of a battle where everybody's like kind of like intertwined and being together, that's what it causes. Alright, we need to run away. Run away, that's a fight we're gonna do. Yeah, he looks like yeah, that character. Right, here comes Iron Fist, trying to find me. Gonna get the drone to Iron Man so he can heal. And then we get that extra 75 healing by doing that.
Extermination!
Team up. Team up ability. Ultimate again, coming up. It's gonna take some getting used to, like, wanting to not heal my teammates with the basic ability, because that's typically what you do with pretty much everybody else.
Why'd we stop, fighter? A nice deep freeze.
I suppose that helps.
Again, it's only 6 shots, so there's that. Don't know how much I love that. Anytime you need to heal, just send it to somebody that's close by. Again, healing and damage at the same time. As long as they're within that bubble, they're getting healed. Added health here.
A nice deep freeze.
And that drone. Very fun. Like he's fun. Oh, we're gonna try and kill her. Got her. Nice.
I like the cold. Be strong together.
See, like right there, it sucks because all I can do is give the drone, and the drone heals so slowly. So you definitely need like another main healer here, trying to protect.
I like the cold. I was worried. Throw up. The final 10 seconds.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
That's kind of how you need to use her, in my opinion.
It's spider time!
Drone, don't die. Dies anyway for the ult. Not much you can do there. Nice, now ulti. We're gonna try and get away from that. And then we're coming in with an ultimate. Doing both damage and healing. Very nice.
You were at last.
So yeah, Ultron's definitely gonna be, I think, eventually viable and good. But let's see if we do see some buffs being added to him. I almost want to see a buff being added to his basic, in my opinion. I don't know if they need to add maybe 2 more hits per. Here's the animation too. Check out the animation for the MVP. Pretty cool. Pretty sick. That's the Extron skin, ultimate ability. So, and then as far as like the healing goes, you're constantly gonna have to keep switching your E drone on somebody. But understand that your basic doesn't heal. So your ultimate does. Your ultimate does both healing and damage at the same time. So yeah, there's that. All right, chat. So biggest takeaways. I really enjoy the new map. I think the new map is going to be sick. I really like all the new cosmetics that are coming to the game. I think they're going to be very fun. I think Ultron might not potentially hit the meta initially, but eventually. And especially if people are using him as a third healer to cause a lot of damage on the outskirts, because he can hit from any range. This guy has unlimited range and all of that. So it's pretty sick. Overall, very excited and looking forward to what's coming our way. I think it's going to be very fun to see all the new team ups that are coming up too. I think the Rocket Penny team up is gonna be good, but also interesting because I don't know how many people are gonna want to put the rest point so close to the nest. But the cool thing is the rest point now has some protection. You know, like your brawlers trying to flank and everything. They're gonna have to do something from range because if not, they're gonna be hitting all those mines, the penny mines that are gonna keep spawning out of the rest point. So that one's interesting. I don't think that the team up from the Gamma team up from Bruce and Namor took that much of a hit, except for like Iron Man no longer being a part of it and being, you know, added to the Ultron team up. So Stark Protocol is a new team up. Arcane Order stayed. This one stayed. This one got a little bit nerfed as far as the cooldown. It's gonna take a little bit longer. I forgot what happened with Allah's Bond, but it's also a nerf. I think it's just a larger cooldown too, if I remember it correctly as well. Fastball special stayed. This one got buffed a little bit. I forgot what it. I think it's just more damage, if I'm not mistaken. The Guardian Revival stayed. Lunar Force stayed the same. Dimensional Shortcut stayed the same. You still have X-Files, and you still have Ragnarok Rebirth as well. So this one's no longer going to be available. You're not longer going to get Symbiote Bond. That one got removed. Ammo Overlord got removed too as well. The Chilling Charisma got removed, and the same thing for Allied Agents. No longer a thing because now you have the team up with Hawkeye and Luna, which adds that extra snow arrow, which slows down opponents. So that's something cool to see. Jeff got a huge nerf in my opinion, because now making that right click a charge ability and you can only hit 3 at a time, and it takes a while for the charge up to come back up again. I think you're no longer going to see like the Lucio type Jeffs that you used to see in the game, because his basic doesn't hit, you know, as good as his right click did. So I think he's going to be used more as a healer now when he is getting used. His ultimate hits a little bit better. I think the more, despite like the nerf to the cooldown for his Gamma Monstros, actually he's going to be stronger because his ultimate ability is going to be a wider range and it's going to hit for more on the outer bands of it. So the ultimate from Namor got some love, chat. Really cool. Overall excited for what's coming. This is going to be a want for a lot of people. The combat chest, I don't know the actual value for it because all it says is purchase premium is 690 lattice. That's not a lot. That's actually not bad. It's not gonna be too expensive, and you're gonna get the 2 premium skins and all the other cosmetics that are getting added. So for 690 is not too bad. But if you don't want it, just know that you're at least getting for free the Mr. Fantastic skin. All right, I think W's overall for what's coming. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. YouTube, don't forget to drop a thumbs up on the stream for other people to see this in the future. And I think with that being said, it's 3 o'clock. I think we're gonna call it a day, because I thought Mystic Mayhem was gonna be available today and it's not available for another month. So that one will definitely play when it comes out, but it's gonna come out a month from now. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the early access for Marvel Rivals. I know I did. I'm planning something in the works. Hopefully it gets approved, and if it does, I'll be announcing it in Discord and in Twitch. So definitely keep an eye out, because I think it's gonna be very fun for the community if we end up getting it approved. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. I don't know what this week is gonna look like stream wise, but if I'm able to stream a lot, you guys will see me a lot. The following week, I won't be able to pick up any more shifts, so the following week I'm streaming a lot more than I am this week for sure. Okay, I love you all. Thank you so much for checking out the stream, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye everybody.